What is up, guys? Zach here from the Chaos Galaxy, and today I'm going to be going through the 2023 Designer Card Contest winners, honourable mentions, and just notable entries in general. I'll announce the winners at the end, so stay tuned for that. But I got over 250 entries, and there can only be 5 winners, so that's 1 in 50 of you. And there were so many great entries that I want to share, so then get to the 5 winners at the end. The 5 winners will have their cards put into the Chaos Galaxy game, and you'll get a free pack of the upcoming set, Legends of the Cosmos 2, containing your card, and you'll get a copy of your card yourself. So stay tuned for the winners, but I'll start off with, so there's these like potential winners, which are cards that got so close to winning, they made like the very final cut, and on any other day they could have won. But the standard was just so high this year that I couldn't pick everyone to win. So, and the first one I want to give a shout out to is Lolan Martin with this entry, Barrow Beast. Looks really great. The shading and background, like sandy colours, just give it a really sort of deserty feel that I struggle to get with Barrow cards. So that's really good. And also, Lolan has his own TCG called Beast Wars TCG. There'll be a link in the description. His artwork's just like this. So if you love this, like I do, definitely check him out. And he's only got like 7 subscribers, which is insane because the standard of his cards are so good. So help Lolan out and check out his game. So that's my first could have won card. The next one, we've got Blake, aka AAO, with Great Titan Rotent. Really cool card, and love the whole environment going on behind him. We've then got The Mask by Charles Hummel. I think it's just as important for cards to have a lot of personality as like impressive art. And this guy, The Mask, Charles did a few entries, and The Mask was my favourite. Had a cool ability, and yeah, so much personality in this character. We then had Daniel McCaffrey with Fictional Ally, cool looking Teklar card with some really nice colours. Then Hannah's Perk Air Bazaar of Stars was my favourite here. Just a really cool narrative for a card, and love the name too. Then Jeremiah with Black Ice Breakerus. Sick. Like the shading in this, the colours of it. He'd actually pulled out that in a video I said I struggled to make Polysium cards that were strong and weren't just big sea monsters, so this is definitely his great answer to that. Then Jonah Duckworth. Jonah did a few entries, and this Space Suckerfire was a really cool ability that just kind of stopped your opponent from winning the game right at the end and brought it back to like a stalemate. Planolution, who's entered a few contests and really knows their way around the Chaos Galaxy game with Animate Monolith, really cool Barrow card. Vivian Deerhart with this really interesting Syndian creature, Polarian Priest. I really struggle to make Syndian creatures, and this is a kind of a new take on them that will definitely be inspiring future cards, even though it didn't win, so well done, Vivian. And they're the cards that very, very nearly won the contest. So I don't know if it's comforting to know that you nearly won or just frustrating, but anyway, we've got tons of other entries to get through before I get onto the 5 winners. So the first one we've got is Aether Games, the creator of Astronomica TCG, with his microscopic terrarium featuring lots of Gaios cards there. Then had Afro Boy with Antlbrak, this cool like moose bird thingy. Alien Station with Teklar Boxer, really cool sort of energy beam body. Andy Welsh with Rhino Jousters, such a cool art style there. I'd love to see a whole game drawn out like this. Then Antoine Zigani with the All-Seeing Dark Mount. I love the cross-hatching and shading that Antoine's done in this card. Then got Bailey Hanmer with a really, really cute one, Plooper. Very cute Polysium creature there. Then Bangti with Esan, the Elephant of Punishment. I love the markings on his mask there. Really cool. And I don't have any elephant cards in the game, so I really should make some. Then Ben Crooker did a couple of entries, and this sort of snail rock Gaios card was one of my favourites, but this was my favourite from Ben. The Savage Star Mane. Really cool. I love the Star Lion's Mane. Really nice. Then Blake, aka AAO, his second entry. This was Great Titan Grom, a castle-eating worm. Really epic. Again, the backgrounds from Blake are fantastic. He did a few more entries as well. Slogossel, Stellok, and then Brain Jelly was from Blake Bell. Another few entries from Blake Bell. This was a really cool Teklar card. Shiosian Anchor as well. I love the lava and rock textures he's managed to get in there. Well done, Blake. Then Brain Pixels with a Utopianon card. Elise, not seen one of these in the game for a while, but Brain gave some really good like reasoning behind why this card should be in the game, which will definitely determine how I make Syndian cards in the future. Then Brandon Million with some epic entries here. Like the colours used in this Tidal Wave Dragon is so epic, and Cienaru, the Enchanted Paladin of Hope, looks even cooler. Then Brian Perez Rodriguez with some cards that they just look like whole sort of scenes rather than just TCG cards. But Pallisium's Depths there, he had a few entries. Then Brian Fox with the Berserker, really good pencil shading in this. I couldn't do pencil shading this accurate. Callum Sylvester with the Molten Cyclops. Charles Hummel, again, another one of his entries, Blob Drill. So much personality in this guy, I love it. Then Chin Van with the Mecha Bees. I feel like there could be a whole comic book about these. Just this one image, it's got so much going on. Chris Colmer with Angel Blaster. Love the art style for this, definitely would fit in well in the Chaos Galaxy. And Chris Sanchez, who does a few entries every year, and I always look forward to seeing them. We've got Dirty Stars, Quiru the Plunderer, and Viox, the Virtual Deity. Very, very cool demonic art style there. Columbia Dudzic with the Northern Sindelian Spider. The Stuff of Nightmares here by CVO Chris with Shino Kyoku. Then Daniel Liu with Jungle Ranger. I love like the wooden texture that Daniel's managed to get in that. Then David Eaton with Truncatoral. Love the sort of evil face going on, like hidden it beneath the wood. Dog Ooze with Archean the Winged Guardian. Dragon XXX Tamer 1 did quite a few entries. Some really, really well thought out abilities in all of these too. And such varying styles, like just the sword there, and then like epic dragons, and a whole scene here, the West Palace. Really well done to Dragon Tamer, putting so much effort there. Dylan Rachel with Skenza, very scary face on that guy. Then ECA Studios with Dragonic Machine. I love how the colouring's just gone completely wild, not paying attention to going within the lines, and it just makes like a really chaotic looking piece of art. The same with Windicook, another entry by ECA Studios that just looks terrifying. And Eon Wolf with this like reptile character. I love the scales, how they put detail into every scale on its body. Evolvial's TCG with Chifax. Love how it's just like a white lion, but then the amount of detail and colours going on top of it make it look great. Gabriel Haranda with Atmosphoric Canopy. Love this planet-sized mushroom. Another one of their entries was Chicken-Guided Missiles. Very fun idea. Then Gabriel Haranda, you know I love a rock character, so Mossolos, Guardian of Treasure, was a really cool one. Then Gina W with Plaque, Destroyer of Galaxies. Love like the purple outline on this, making it look really powerful, so well done Gina. Then Graham Ross with Galactic Kraken. I love the thought of like a space squid just flying down, sucking up a zone and then flying away with it. Green Butler did a few entries, but the All-Seeing Skyworm was my favourite. Some really nice abilities on Butler's entries too, as well as Jar of Realms. Love this idea of like a sort of realm within a ball. You take it out the jar and it just opens up into this world. That's a really cool idea for a card. Gustavo Rodriguez Gomez. I'd love a TCG in this art style, because Multicore Serpent here, if you had a whole like pile of 40 different cards in this style, would look sick. Hannah's Perk, already shown one of his entries, but did so many and such varied styles as well. Omni Attack Armor was my next favourite. Then Harrison Cheeseman with the Burrower of Barrow. Love the desert texture in this one, as well as, of course, the iconic Barrow characters. Then Harry Knight did a few really nice entries. So much personality in these two. I think Japole, the little tadpole guy, as well as Mushroom Forest, Serpent of the Hill, and Squaw's Habitat. I feel like I'm going to need to make this into a card regardless. Harry Knight, really, really well done. I loved going through your entries. And another one, Tech Wyvern here, great. Hasman Marsh, who actually won last year's contest. Don't think I could have made him win 2 years in a row. However, such good entries. As I just go through these here, the colour, the shading, the illustrations, all so good. Hasman, you're a beast. Jeremiah, who we saw earlier, had another few really good entries. Pikesaw Marrow's Bird, which almost looks like a demon Wildwing, as well as Shade Blade here. And Jonah Duckworth did quite a few entries. Went to the courtesy of putting them on his own templates too. So we got Starburst Stew, Desert Glider, Geospore was one of my favourites, and tons more as we go down here. Really good range of creatures, even a combiner, which I never get combiners for these contests. So that was cool. And then even some of these are old cards from Evolvers, one of my old TCGs, so that's really nice to see. Chaos Matter, Just loads of stuff that went on forever. So thank you, Jonah. Then Jonathan Shishko with Fire Marshmallow. Kakpa Ostrowski, the Cosmic Architect. Very cool, very powerful looking card there. Then Casey Lammers, who made this Dune buggy. I love it. It's awesome. I don't think it quite fits with the Chaos Galaxy aesthetic, but such a cool idea nonetheless. King Froggy first with Pippi. Very, very cute. Kingdoms HTCG, who's got a great YouTube channel. Definitely check him out with Galactitropolis. Kitchen Conundrum with the Carrier. This terrified me. And then Kinezo, who has an amazing art style, digital art, and just did all these sort of like roulette style dice roll cards with really good abilities, and like such a range of ideas that were all sort of dice related. They were so cool. Yeah, well done, Kinezo. So much hard work put into those. Cole Schaefer with Angry Onion. And Clyde the Reaper, who he does look like a Reaper, but I also think he looks like a penguin, so bonus points for that, Cole. A few more entries from Cole that were great. Would love to see a whole TCG from him. Then Levi Mars with the Inescapable Space Maze. Try saying that 3 times fast. But just very atmospheric, even though it's a simple artwork. I really like this one. Then Swamp Wanderer by Liu. This looks like Liu is making their own TCG, which looks very cool. We've got Liam B and the Living Wall, as well as a few more entries here. I thought Floob was extremely cute. Luke Neff with a few really good entries. Danger Snake, Master of Puppets, and Sphinx of the Forest. This was amazing, this one. And they're all in such different art styles, which is great to see as well. Then got Mag with Eoxil. Very cool card. I love this whole like image he's drawn of it. Marcelo with Egalot. Really, really cool. I love all the kitchen utensils he's wielding. Then Maya E with Ohohos. I love the colour in this, how it's just shades of blue, yellow, red and green, all just in one like skin tone. Krabatron by Mortsuke. Mohammed Iqbal did a few entries. Mighty Knight was cool, but I think Rustybot was my favourite. Very Tekla looking card, very cool. Nate with Croak, love a Frog Warrior. And Nico Allen with the Galactic Warden. This was a very cool looking guy. Frostbite as well, another entry from Nico. And then Noah Quilter with Rotten Aplu, which is so scary. I love this card, but I wouldn't want such a cute character like Aplu turning into this. Non-Canonical, who won last year's contest and could have easily won it again with Galactic Quetzalvan. Really, really sick looking art. Non-Canonical, you are a talented, talented artist. Nolric did a few really, really nice entries. I love this Verdox, the 3D sort of effect on his arm with the sword coming out. The paper looks fantastic. Few more entries from Nolric. Numby, this is such a creative like background and template, putting in the height and all sorts of details about this card. Mukwen, very, very cool. Again, same with the Tracer Chaos Device. Then Oscar Torres with Creature Alien, very, very cool. Otis Scott with Snub and his bow and arrow, very nice. Parikshit Pujari with Shockadile, very cool. Pikel Burger with Blood Mage from another time, very unique art style on that, I really like it. Planolution again with Krator the Demolisher. And Arboreal Alicorn. I love this sort of Gaios take on a unicorn, because Gaios you'd normally, because unicorns you just go Cindian straight away, so love that. Protogen Jake with Zeta Ray. Always love some Zeta Ray support. Then Raphael Storchi. Love this toilet break with an Orbob going to the loo on it. Very nice. This is another one of his entries. Then Ring Rhino with Targoth, Destroyer of Worlds. Looking very, very menacing. Then Robin James with a few entries. Sentient Drangel was very cool. And Sir Hopper the Valiant. Second frog entry of the day. Love to see it. Roscoe Lee with the Gravel Grove Snake. Reuven Zub with Deranged Alchemist. Ryan Anam did a few really, really good entries. So many that I couldn't get through all of them, but Mystic Bosch I thought looked great, as well as this Dartragon. I love the fire effect. It's so simple, but looks like just like this dragon's destroying everything in its path. It's great. And then the Multiversal Slush could have won as well. This was very close. I get quite a lot of slush cards for these contests, but it's very rare that one has such a unique and cool ability that I want to put in the game. So Multiversal Slush was a really, really nice one from Ryan. Samantha Harris with Anaconda. Sunny Green with Space Goblin Tourists. This was very cool. Theo Goslin with Sector. Shorin, the Looking Shadow, I thought was very fun as well. Such a simple card, but so much personality in him. Then Toffee had a few cute entries. Mr. Top Boss, Whirl Blast, those two were some of my favourites. Tom Vaughan had a few entries too. Humongous Battle Bark I really liked, as well as Elephant Tree, which I thought was very cute. Massive compared to an Aplu. Then got Trading Card Girl with Moosh, twice as many O's as the original Moosh, and a very, very cool looking upgraded version of that, so well done Trading Card Girl. Tree Troll T with Unwilling Test Subject, some shady characters here testing on a Boggy Booger. Viennial with Space Emperor, love the texture of like a whole galaxy in his cape. Then Leviathan from Vincent Hayes. Vincent did a few entries that were really nice and put on these templates with some really well thought out abilities. Shoddy Manufacturing, we've got a broken KO there. Titanic Normality Gem. Talek Tech Shipping Box. Floopty Floop. And then Vincent Richards with Big Band. Never thought I'd get an entry of Octopus being a one-man band, but you love to see it. And then Vishal Tekal did Syncaton and Magi Hands. I think Magi Hands is my favourite here, looking very cool. And then the last one is by Yamil Soto Perez. Last but not least, because the colours he's used in this character are so nice. And those are all the notable entries. There's only 5 more notable entries to get through, and they are the ones that won. They were that notable. So without further ado, I'll get on to the winners. But before that, I just want to say thanks so much to everyone who put in the effort to enter this contest. It means so much to like open my emails and just see I've got boxes full of like amazing creative ideas from everyone. And even if you don't win, these ideas that you guys have sent me will have a mark on the Chaos Galaxy forever. They inspire everything I do for the game going forward, and it's just, I can't thank you guys enough for how much work you put into these entries. It means so much to me. So thank you to everyone who entered. And the first winner of the 2023 Designer Card Contest for Legends of the Cosmos 2 is Zemius by Julius Jokerimas. Epic card name and epic person name. But Zemius is a no-planet creature who's he looks like a ruler of certain planets and realms within the galaxy. 340 power and health, and he's an 8-star. And his ability reads, once per turn, if you have killed creatures from 6 or more different planets, you can free play this killed card. And whilst you have killed creatures from 8 different planets, he gains 150 power and health. So he goes up to 490, 490, and you can bring him back every turn if you want to by fulfilling these requirements. So a really, really good card. And I love cards for these contests where you could build a whole deck around the contest winning card. I want them to be like that epic and that sort of unique. And that's what they bring to the game. So a perfect contest winning card. Well done, Julius Jokerimas. If you want to send me an email and I'll get your pack and your winning card sent out to you. Big congrats. I love this character. Love his staff. Love his body. Love the smoke coming out of his head. Love all the details of like the trees, the lighthouse, the boats, the ships, everything. Such an epic card, and well done to the first winner. The next winner we have, winner number 2, is Zweistein with Sneak On, who is a Sindel creature with 4 stars, 120 power, 240 health, and extremely cute artwork, and I love the colour scheme Zweistein's gone for. And when this creature is played, you can choose one empty zone on your opponent's planet and move it to your planet. Then, after this card leaves your planet, you move the zone and any cards in it back to your opponent's planet. So he's like a little sneaky raccoon who steals the zone, and then when he gets shooed away, gives the zone back. So a really nice ability. I really struggle making balanced zone manipulation cards in the game, and I think Zweistein's absolutely nailed it with this ability he's given me. Another reason why I thought this was a worthy winner is because Zweistein actually entered some cards into the Creators of Chaos set that I made a while ago, and if you just look at the contrast, look how good that is, and now look at the improvement from one of Zweistein's cards that made it into the set. Although this has a really fun artwork, just Zweistein, you've become such a more like refined artist in this time. So really, really well done to you, and you're a worthy winner of the 2023 Designer Card Contest. So again, hit me up on email and I'll get you your free pack and your free card. Winner number 3, we have Scrap Trap by Ryan Anam. Ryan did so many entries, and this was my favourite out of all of them. It was originally called Burrow Trap, but I didn't want it to be part of the Burrow archetype because it doesn't look like one of the cards from that, so I slightly changed the name, although it does work really well with the archetype. It's got question mark power. You know I love a question mark power card. 300 health, 6 stars. When this creature is played, you kill a handed Barrow creature, and this creature's power becomes equal to that creature's health. If you don't kill one-handed card, its power becomes 0. I've never thought of Barrows being like a sort of junk pile, but I guess a lot of the planet would be. It's just barren desert where cities have been built, so a lot of it would be this sort of deserty, mecha, sort of dystopian creatures like Scrap Trap. So really love that Ryan's delved into that, and the ability just works so well with the planet and the Burrow Bug archetype. It's a really nice card to have in the game, so well done Ryan, love this card. 2 winners left. The next one, winner number 4, is Jonah Duckworth. I said Jonah did some really great entries. This is Galaxy Crash Simulation. The more you look at this artwork, the more detail you see in it. There's a KO there. There's loads and loads of sort of stuff going on in these desks, these numbers, these plates, like so much going on. Well done, Jonah. This card did initially have a different ability, but I changed it inspired by another entry he did. So hope that that's okay with you, Jonah, that I've sort of mashed 2 cards you sent me together. But this is an activator which reads, when your opponent would gain points, so their total points would become 20 or more, so when your opponent would win the game, their total points become 19, you kill all zoned creatures, and your opponent's turn then ends, giving you a chance to come back into the game. And also I love that the sort of simulation, it's like a galaxy crash that can only happen under really specific circumstances, like in a lab. So that's why this card won. Fantastic entry, really cool idea, and the artwork goes so well with the ability that I just had to put it in the game. And the final winner is Ale Plays 123, a long-time fan of the game, and his card is Bar of Misfortune. Again, he sent me another card that had this ability, and I sort of mashed them together, and hope that's okay with Ale Plays. But I just love the artwork for this card. It features every troll rare in the game so far. So we got Wild Wing, which actually isn't initially a troll rare, but we got Slush, Warrior looks pretty powerful, 0.2, and Possessed Patrolman. But Bar of Misfortune, I just like the thought of all these rubbish cards sort of meeting us up at a bar to sort of drown their sorrows. But this card reads, once per turn you can attach one of your killed 4-star or lower creatures to this card. At the end of your next turn, you add that creature to your hand, and you can only have 1 card attached to it at a time, and you can't attach the same creature more than once. So it just helps recycle your weak cards. Although they've had some misfortune, they go into the bar and then make their way back to your hand and redeem themselves later on in the game. And this is something you can keep doing. You'll be on like a 2-turn cycle. 1 turn you attach a card, next turn it goes to your hand, next turn you attach another card, next turn it goes to your hand, just slowly sort of bringing you into the game more. And I think it's a powerful permanent resource, which there aren't many of in the game right now. So well done, Ale Plays 123. Such a fun final entry. So they are the 5 winners for the 2023 Designer Card Contest. Thank you again so much to everyone who entered. I hope you got a shout out. If you didn't, then I'm so sorry, but there were just too many entries for me to cover all of them. But I did look at every entry, hopefully replied to every email, and thank you so much, and well done to the winners. So if Ale Plays 123, Jonah Duckworth, Ryan Anam, Julius Jokerimas, and the Zweistein all want to email me, I'll get your cards over to you as soon as possible. And yeah, well done. You are now part of the Chaos Galaxy forever. Your cards will be legal when Legends of the Cosmos 2 comes out in about a month's time. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what your favourite entries and winners were in the description below. Get your hands on some Chaos Galaxy packs if you want to support the game. Follow me on Instagram. Join the Chaos Galaxy Discord. I know there was a lot of talk about entries on the Discord, so definitely check that out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.